Hello, Colas. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting update. We start with this transfer news claiming that Barcelona are interested in this Bayern Munich midfield superstar Joshua Kimmich. The player is excited by Javi's project. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about left back Jody Alba, as Barcelona want the defender to take a 60% pay cut and defer his salary by 2 years, according to Gerard Romero. We are also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In a huge development, Ferran Martinez of Mundo Deportivo is reporting that Bayern Munich midfield mainstay Joshua Kimmich wants to leave the club this summer, and Barcelona are very much interested in swooping him away from the Allianz Arena. Kimmich has been at Bayern since 2015 and has grown into one of the best midfielders in Europe during his time at the Allianz Arena. Formerly a right back, was turned into a central midfielder by Pep Guardiola, and he has made the role his own. Kimmich has been integral to the success that the Bavarians have enjoyed over the past few years. However, he is understood to have grown upset at the club due to issues in the dressing room and the sacking of Julian Nagelsmann this season. And as per the report, Kimmich is looking to leave Bayern Munich in the summer. Barcelona, alerted by the possibility, have emerged as a suitor for the 28-year-old German international. The Blaugrana are in the market for a new pivot midfielder after Sergio Busquets confirmed he will leave the club in the summer transfer window. Martin Zubimendi remains manager Xavi's preferred candidate, but his 60 million euro rated price tag makes a transfer very complicated at this point. As such, Joshua Kimmich has now emerged as a serious option for the newly crowned La Liga champions. The German international is liked by the Barca sporting staff and generates total consensus within the club as he fits the profile of the player they are looking for. In addition to that, Kimmich is a leader on and off the pitch, and that would be an added advantage with Busquets departing in the summer. Furthermore, the report adds that Kimmich is also excited about Xavi's project at Barcelona and would be very open to joining the club. More so now the Blaugrana have achieved success in the form of the La Liga title and the Spanish Super Cup. On top of that, the German ace is also good friends with Robert Lewandowski and Marc-Andre ter Stegen, which would also help him adapt to the club in case there is further development on this front. At this point, there is nothing concrete, but Barcelona are seriously considering a move for Joshua Kimmich, although Manchester City could also be interested in him. With his contract expiring in 2025, the midfielder will be available for less than what Zubimendi would cost, and Bayern have shown in the past that they are open to selling players that are unhappy. It will be up to Barcelona right now to move in swiftly and convince Joshua Kimmich to make the jump like they did with Lewandowski last summer. Of course, Barca continued to search for a new midfielder, and it has not been an easy search. After Busquets announced he will be departing Barca end of season, Barca have intensified the search for a new midfielder. Of course, we have been talking about a handful of players being linked, but Barcelona keep showing interest in others. They don't want to keep their options slim. And the problem is not just to always get interested in players all the time, but how serious are we to get that replacement for Busquets? Of course, we've been talking about players like Martin Zubimendi, who is being much loved by Xavi to replace Busquets, even though President Joan Laporta wants Ruben Neves to be there. So I've talked also about Ilkay Gundogan, we've talked about Sofian Amrabat, and now we're talking about the new name, Joshua Kimmich. Of course, a player with so much talent. There's no denying of the fact that he can play wherever he goes. If you can play in a very dominant Bayern side, why can't he play for Barcelona? Of course, the reports are saying Xavi likes the player and he really wants to sign him if there's a possibility. And the fact that he's also cheaper than Martin Zubimendi of Sociedad, that could even change Xavi's decision, because Sociedad have said they don't want any player plus cash. They just want just the cash, which is 60 million euros and nothing less than that. And that is why there is a huge problem, because FC Barcelona don't want to abide to that. They were pleading for a player, then maybe, of course, add some cash there, because we have a lot of players that maybe Sociedad might want to have some of them, but they have refused that offer, and they want just Zubimendi's contract. Uh, the ones Zubimendi to be paid 60 million, and I think that will be quite difficult in Barca's point of view. So let's see how Joshua Kimmich's own link will look like, if Barca will take it seriously, because at the end of the day, this club continues to be linked with every person, but at the end of the day, we don't get the players that we really want. Then on to the final story of discussion. With the La Liga title sealed, Barcelona are focusing on resolving their financial fair play issues ahead of the summer transfer window. Player sales and salary cuts will be necessary in order to achieve the margin required to register new players before next season. And according to Gerard Romero, Barcelona president Joan Laporta and his brother-in-law Alejandro Acheverria met with veteran defender Jordi Alba last evening to discuss his prospects ahead of the next season. Alba's current contract with Barca expires at the end of next season, that is 2024, but due to past deferred wage payments and the incremental nature of his contract, the Spaniard will be owed a massive 38 million euros in wages for 2023-24. Given that Barcelona are in no position to pay that, they are said to be considering mutually terminating his contract or reaching an agreement with the 34-year-old over a pay reduction. Now, as per Romero, Laporta and Alba met on Tuesday evening and discussed the possibilities of the veteran left back. It is claimed that the Barca Supremo told Alba that he must take 60% pay cut and agree to defer his salary by 2 more years if he wishes to continue at the club beyond the ongoing season. It would mean that the Blaugrana would be paying the defender after his contract expires in 2024. The report from Romero stated that the Spanish international has not given an answer as of yet. However, a different report from Helena Condis claimed that Alba reiterated his desire to fulfill his contract at Barcelona to Laporta and insisted that he would be willing to help the club. The 34-year-old has lost his spot in the starting 11 to Alejandro Barre, who is close to signing a new contract, so Alba's game time will be severely limited again next season, but he seems to be willing to accept that and stay at the club for 1 more year. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.